What's up guys, Chris here today with a video on the fastest way to get reputation for your Garrison Follower Bodyguard in Warlords of Draenor for the Wingmen achievement, as well as a couple other achievements that you should probably be doing along with it. As a max level warrior, it took me about 18 to 20 minutes per rep level, meaning 40 minutes or less per follower from fresh to max rep. Bodyguard's rep isn't portioned out like normal reps, so there are only two 10,000 point reputation levels, so only 20,000 rep total from fresh to max. I'm confident that a competent range class could get this down closer to 30 minutes total, which is insanely fast. But if you're like me and want to get all of the achievements possible and double or triple up on your efforts where you can, farm out these other two achievements before you finish your Wingmen achievement, but while you have a follower. First, get your barracks up to blueprint level 2 so you can assign a follower as a bodyguard, then talk to them in front of your barracks and tell them to accompany you throughout Draenor. After you have your bodyguard assigned, the first two achievements you should farm with your bodyguard are Finding Your Waystones and I Came, I Clawed, I Conquered. Finding Your Waystones is related to the Mage Tower or Spirit Lodge and is the capstone achievement for these buildings, unlocking blueprint level 3 after collecting 500 Waystones. The Mage Tower is probably one of the best garrison buildings as it lets you set up teleporters to 3 different Draenor zones of your choosing and also rewards you with mission completion orders, instantly completing any follower or naval mission, which is huge when going for your 1,000 successful mission completion achievements. 0 to 4 Ogre Waystones have a chance to drop from ogres around Draenor after you have a rank 1 Mage Tower or Spirit Lodge. And the best place to farm ogres are here in Gorgrond inside of a cave in the back of this compound. There are only 2 rooms and the respawn rate is unnaturally fast. But this area also has an accelerated despawn rate, so I don't recommend leaving the corpses unlooted for more than 2 or 3 laps. You'll get all 500 stones within 2 hours or less, during which you'll be getting bodyguard rep with your follower the entire time. Just make sure you don't let your bodyguard kill any enemies without you tagging them at least once, as you won't be able to loot them, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. The bodyguards seem to scale with your character's level, so be aware because they can 2-tap the enemies. Because you have to loot the items for this achievement, grouping up with other players will only hinder your progress, and the same goes for the next achievement, which is I Came, I Clawed, I Conquered, awarded for looting 5,000 Blackfang Claws from the mobs in Fangula in Taanan Jungle. This achievement is needed for the meta achievement Rumble in the Jungle. This is a really annoying grind as the mobs are split up into small packs of 1 to 3 with an occasional pack of 4 if you're lucky. Also, the rare spawns and the summonable bosses in the area have normal drop chances on the claws, meaning they can drop a few claws or 0, which again makes no sense. Which also means the summonable bosses are a waste of your claws. And the reason you want to farm these claws is for the achievements, but it's also for 2 mounts, the follower contract, the pet, and a tabard. The time it took me to clear out all of Fangula was about the same amount of time it took the mobs to start respawning. So I'd start one side, move toward the other side, and then repeat. And again, don't let your bodyguard kill any mobs on their own or you won't be able to loot the claws. But you will be getting bodyguard rep the whole time. Now that those farming achievements are finished, you're good to just grind out the rest of your bodyguard reps for the Wingmen achievement. Also, it's important to note that all 7 followers that can bodyguard through the barracks are listed on the achievement, but only 5 are needed / accessible to each faction. 3 are neutral to both factions, Alliance have Defender Alona and Delvire Iron Fist, while Horde have Vivian and Ada Bright Dawn, which makes the achievement not only misleading, but inaccurate in my opinion. And the fastest rep farm for your bodyguards is right here in Spires of Iraq. There's a rare encounter here named Sunderthorn, which you spawn by killing the neutral baby bugs around these trees. These baby bugs are essentially critters in terms of health pool, but give a full amount of rep as if they're a normal mob. They also have an awesome respawn rate that we can further take advantage of with the rare spawn mechanic. So, after farming multiple followers to max rep at this location, here's some tips to make sure that your farm doesn't die out and actually increases in farming speed. Once you start farming here, you'll notice the plentiful neutral mobs are split into 3 large groups in the front and 2 small clusters in the back, slightly up the hill, with hostile packs of 1 to 2 sprinkled in between. Your main goal is to kill the neutral mobs, which you can do instantly with any moves, and then clean up the hostile mobs after. But make sure you kill Sunderthorn ASAP every time it descends from the sky. I noticed that if I left Sunderthorn alive while farming the neutral mobs, I would eventually hit a point where the mobs were respawning extremely slow, like somebody hit the brakes to a snail's speed. But on the flip side, when I killed Sunderthorn rapidly each time, it actually felt like it was increasing the respawn rate of the neutral mobs, as if the game has a maximum amount of bugs it would allow per Sunderthorn encounter, but it also had a minimum that it would force out per encounter. AKA, the harder you farm, the faster you'll force these bugs to respawn. I'm not a coder and I don't know if this is the actual mechanic in the game, but I can tell you that's definitely how it felt from my experience. If you follow these tips, you'll have your achievement in no time, and you'll save time by doubling up on the other Warlords of Draenor farming achieves. Hope this helped, and please let me know if there are any achievements or challenges you'd like tips for in the comments below. You can catch me streaming all the time on Twitch at ChrisHaleTaylor Live as I make my way toward 100% of WoW achievements. Catch me there or in-game, and we can group for any achievements you might be having trouble with. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more achievement tips and tricks, and until next time, this has been Chris.